harapin na lang ng kanyang kapatid.
Kasama po doon si Attorney Man Scorpio, kasama po doon si Congressman Pulong Duterte.
Kaya ang tanong ko, dun sa comment ni VP Sara, hindi ba dapat issue yon na talakayin ng Kongreso? Kung wala silang itinatago, ba't sila matatakot tumarap sa Kongreso?
How many presidents had a war on drugs pero hanggang ngayon may pumapasok yung mga tons and tons of shabu?
Kung totoo ang paratang, we must ensure that no one is above the law regardless of their position.
Speaking po of Vice President Sara Duterte, apparently she once again assailed the Quadcom. Bakit daw po drugs ang pinag-uusapan? She said marami pa daw pong more pressing issues na dapat i-address ang Congress like kahirapan. Reaction po ninyo, Kongs. And siguro po isabay ko na rin po, her husband, Attorney Mans, has already reacted po dun sa allegation sa kanya. He said na politically motivated daw po yung said allegations. As well as Pulong, Kong Pulong, ganun din po yung sinabi. Reactions po from the panel po.
Well, again, nag-start itong investigation ng ng Kongreso about sa drugs way back pa in 2023 when VP Sara was part of the administration pa as a DepEd secretary. Isa nga ako nag-file ng ng resolution para imbestigahan yung drugs na nakita sa Mexico, Pampanga at lumabas sa SBMA. At yung investigation na to, we follow the evidence, we follow the process. Wala namang kaming gustong tamaan o tirahin, Kaya lang kasi hindi naman natin po pwedeng hindi natin pwedeng ipagsawalang bahala porket ngayon lumalabas na kamag-anak ni VP Sara, kapatid niya at asawa niya ang nai-implicate sa usapin tungkol sa droga. So mas maganda harapin na lang ng kanyang kapatid kasama namin sa Kongreso. Madali namang humarap sa Quadcom committee si Congressman Pulong, part siya ng Kongreso, madali siyang pumunta sa hearing at i-defend yung kanyang sarili. At pati rin naman si Attorney Mans, yung asawa ni VP Sara, pwede ring humarap para linisin yung kanilang mga sarili. Hindi naman ibig sabihin na porket asawa at kapatid ni VP Sara yung mga nai-implicate dito sa investigation, itatahimik na lang ang Kongreso. Mali naman yata yun. So itong investigation na to, walang tinitignan, walang sinisino, basta kung sino yung lumabas at na-implicate dito, talagang titignan, bubusisiin at iimbestigahan ng Kongreso. At sana maintindihan din ni VP Sara, wala itinatago. Wala naman siguro hindi naman siguro dapat sila matakot na humarap sa Kongreso.
Siguro pa a few comments on this. Yung issues po, yung mga usapin patungkol dito sa tinatalakay po ng Quadcom ay napakamahalagang mga usapin. Yung mga social ills ng POGO na tinatawag po natin. Yung extrajudicial killings, yung POGO, yung illegal drugs, yung sinasabi po na human and sex trafficking. Napakalaki po yon na dagok sa ating lipunan na kailangan din po nating i-tackle. Bukod po doon, hindi po politically motivated to kasi ang talagang tinitignan po ng Quadcom ay ano po yung punot dulo? Sino po yung mga talagang gumagalaw? Sino po yung mga mastermind sa likod ng bilyong-bilyong piso na droga na umiikot po sa ating lipunan? Very pressing po to kasi isipin na lang po natin itong bilyong-bilyong piso ng droga na umiikot, ilang buhay po ng mga Pilipino ang masisira dahil po sa drogang ito. Kaya yun po, these are very pressing social issues that we are trying to tackle in the Quadcom. We don't dismiss that, of course, very pressing issues yung pag-address natin sa kahirapan, the poverty rate. We're working along, parang we are trying to work on these side by side, as evidenced as well by the decrease in the poverty rate, the latest being like a 3%, more or less 3% reduction in the poverty rate. Nag-decrease po from 18.1% to 15.5% yung poverty rate. So, ang katumbas po doon, 2.45 million na mga Pilipino ang naiangat natin sa kahirapan. So, hindi naman po dahil meron tayong mga hearings ng Quadcom, hindi na natin tinututukan itong mga ibang issues na to. Pero ang sinasabi po namin, kaya nating tignan yung usapin sa kahirapan, pero kayang-kaya din natin at kailangan din po nating tutukan itong ibang mga social ills na dulot po ng POGO, ng EJK, ng mga human and sex trafficking po na nandito sa ating bansa. Reaction lang po doon sa comment po ni Attorney Man Scarpio. Doon po sa, nung patapos na yung aming hearing noong Biyernes sa Quadcom, meron po kaming listahan ng mga personalidad na gusto pong imbitahan ng Quadcom. Kasama po doon si Attorney Man Scarpio, kasama po doon si Congressman Pulong Duterte, in addition to other personalities mentioned by our witness, Jimmy Guban. So, siguro yun po yung gusto ko siguro na i-reiterate na call na binibigyan po natin ng tamang forum, binibigyan po natin ng pagkakataon. Ito pong mga na-implicate doon po sa affidavit, doon sa salaysay ni Mr. Jimmy Guban. Binibigyan po namin sila ng pagkakataon na i-clear yung pangalan nila sa Quadcom kung ganun nga yung patutunguhan. As Kong Jay said, we follow the evidence. So kung hindi po sila guilty, kung meron po silang nais na linawin sa Quadcom, ito na po yung pagkakataon na humarap sila at linawin po yung mga paratang sa kanila. Panghuli po, doon po sa comment that this is politically motivated, it's the easiest way out po kasi. It's just easy to dismiss allegations saying na all of those attacks, all of those investigations are politically motivated. But they're not. And I think in all of the hearings, nakita po natin na may mga ebidensya. Meron na pong mga salaysay, mga under oath na mga salaysay na medyo nagkakaroon na po tayo ng direksyon patungkol po doon sa sino yung mga personalidad na kailangan natin tignan. So, this is not politically motivated. This is fueled by the need to really address the prevalent drug syndicates in the country, the prevalence of drugs in the country. So, yun lang po yung aking mga sagot sa comment na yun. Maraming salamat po.
Kung maalala natin, no, nagsimula yung Quadcom, magkakahiwalay na mga investigation, iba't ibang komite. Hindi po isa. Pero in the course of the investigation, separate investigations, napag-alaman natin na may mga pangalan na paulit-ulit at may mga pangyayaring magkakaugnay. So, kaya nga naisipan ng pamunuan ng magbabang kapulungan na bakit hindi na lang natin pagsabayin yung discussion, yung investigation sa isang Quadcom para doon mapatawag lahat ng kailangan ipatawag, matignan lahat ng mga pangyayari at matignan din natin yung pagkakaugnay. Kasi unlike before, kung pag-iisipin natin na ang yung drugs na nangyayari sa barangay, apparently we have a bigger phenomenon pala, di ba? Nakikita natin na hindi lang pala yung drugs na umiikot sa mga barangay ang meron tayo, may problema pala. It appears to be na merong malaking organisasyon and mostly composed of foreigners pa na is exploiting yung kahinaan natin dito sa ating bansa. And exploiting in the end pati yung mga kababayan natin, lalo na yung mahihirap. Kaya ang tanong ko, dun sa comment ni VP Sara, hindi ba dapat issue yon na talakayin ng Kongreso? Kung yan ang nangyayari, hindi ba dapat trabaho ng Kongreso na alamin para kung anong mga polisiya ang kailangan nating pagtibayin o kung anong katotohanan kailangan natin mapakita at ma-prove natin na ito ang karapat-dapat na aksyon na gawin ng gobyerno, lalo na ng administrasyon. Well, the present administration, you have to take note, has already recovered more than 44 billion in drugs, no? But without a single life lost, di ba? Walang extrajudicial killing na na-report. So, importanteng alamin natin yan, lalo na kasi nga po may mga allegation noong nakaraang administrasyon, merong mga pangyayaring katulad nito. At nararapat, and I think Congress lalo na yung House, is within our full responsibility to review this kasi hindi natin pwedeng hayaan to. Lalo-lalo ng panahon ng EKJ na ang namamatay lang naman yung may hirap, 'di ba? Wala naman tayong narinig na mayaman na nasa drugs, na pusher, na namatay o nakulong. Ang lahat may hirap po. So I think it's just the way it should be for the House. Sa comment naman na this is politically motivated, I think that's the most convenient excuse eh. Siguro palagi yung uulitin, pero ako isa na lang ang sasabihin ko. Nung war on drugs ng dating administrasyon, palagi nilang sinasabi na kung wala ka namang tinatago, bakit ba matatakot? Babalik ko lang sa kanila. Kung wala silang itinatago, ba't sila matatakot humarap sa Kongreso?
Let me just also say something. Yung Quadcom, honestly, as a member of Committee on Human Rights and Dangerous Drugs, di ko talaga maintindihan yung purpose ng Quadcom. But our Chair Ace Barbers, explained that this seems like there's a big orchestrated actions that made POGOS, which was originally had good intentions to generate revenues for our country, into this cesspool of crime, syndication, money laundering, drugs, and so forth. So naintindihan ko na yung purpose ng Quadcom. When it comes to POGO, I think it's very important for Congress to look at not only successes but also errors when it comes to government service. We need to know, where did the institutional safeguards fail? I think that's the number one purpose of the Quadcom under the marching orders of our Speaker, so that this will never happen again. The only reason we steered away from POGOS is because we have a very good leader in our President Bongbong Marcos, when he made the SONA statement, stop the POGOS, enough is enough. The money is not worth it in comparison to the societal ills that we are experiencing. That should have never reached this point. We should have our own institutional safeguards. So I think that's the first objective of Quadcom. Secondly, there are other issues that come out. I don't know yet if there will be a connection of this importation of smuggling of drugs to POGOS, no? But that's a big issue. How many tons of shabu enter our country? It happened before in the previous administration. Now it happened again. Also in this administration, we're very thankful that we have a very proactive, administration, still quietly, diligently fighting its own style on the war of drugs. And we already have the largest amount of shabu that was intercepted. Our customs is porous. There's not enough being done to stop the smuggling of illegal drugs into our country. That's another thing that the Quadcom is working on, hand in hand with the issue of the POGOS. So I think it's wrong for statesmen to say, na wag kayong magtrabaho dyan because, this is politically motivated. No, we have to look into the institutional safeguards. Why did we end up having these problems with POGOS? Was there abuse of authority in the highest level? Number two, how did all these tons and tons of shabu come in? We keep saying war on drugs. How many presidents had a war on drugs pero hanggang ngayon may pumapasok yung mga tons and tons of shabu? We need to identify the problem so we can find the solution. That's the job of Congress. And then lastly, political motivation. Only time will tell. Before they said President Bongbong Marcoses and the Marcoses are dictators, they are, human rights violators. But time has already judged because this generation voted President Bongbong Marcos as our president. I would argue, as a Marcos loyalist, that everything that was said was politically motivated. During the Duterte's time, Laila de Lima, she was thrown in jail. Can you say that's political motivated? She came out innocent. Only time will tell. If this will lead to cases, there's substantial fact that wrong has been done, abuse of authority has been done, corruption has been done. That's not political motivation. That's us doing our jobs. So that's my comments.
And in addition, the public deserves transparency. And the former President and VP Sara should clarify these allegations and issues also. Kung totoo ang paratang, we must ensure that no one is above the law regardless of their position.